All right, so Loren is on her birthday vacation, but she still sent the rumors and notes in. She says, yes, envy and bald, short, ugly guy. I'm speaking to sources poolside. Very on brand.
Okay, twin.
All right, so, okay, twin.
Okay, twin. By the way, this is a public service announcement. Stop calling people twin if you're ugly.
Damn.
Hey, I just want to throw that out there.
Damn.
You're embarrassing yourself.
All right. Well, yesterday, all over social media, it was Offset is being accused of trying to set up Stefon Diggs. All right. Now, this Instagram model that I guess Offset was allegedly talking with released some text messages that say Offset was trying to set up Stefon Diggs. But Loren spoke to sources, and the source told Loren that the girl is a girl that Offset currently has beef with about some other things, and that these texts are in relation to their back and forth that is completely separate from anything to do with Stefon Diggs, that he has nothing to do with setting him up, and he wishes them the best. So she's basically saying that the girl is, people are misconstruing the information, and it has nothing to do with Stefon Diggs.
Yeah, you could have left that one for Loren.
She's not gonna be here. She ain't here till next Monday. She said, I'm telling you what she said. Do these stories.
Whatever, girl. All right, listen, do your thing, girl.
Put your fan out.
Hey y'all, what's up? It's Loren LoRosa here talking about my guys over at Top Dog Law. Now you've heard the name, you've seen them around, and if you've ever been in a car accident, slip and fall, or even a worksite injury, you already know the move. Top Dog Law is where you call to get every dollar you deserve. Don't settle for nothing small, because nothing should be small this season. Top Dog fights for real results, big cases, big wins, and you don't have to pay them a dime unless they win for you. It's a free consultation, no pressure, just real talk about what your case could be worth. Call now or check them out on Instagram at Top Dog Law or hit up topdoglaw.com. Let the top dogs handle it. Now, let's get back to the show.
Now she says, Kandi Burruss, formerly of Real Housewives of Atlanta, spoke out about filing for divorce last Friday and how hard it's been. She said she was doing Amazon Live shopping experience and said it's been a long time coming. And then she said, you should say pause after that, Envy. All right. Well, this is her talking about the divorce. I swear she did. She said you should say pause after saying long time coming. But Kandi talks about her divorce from Todd and said it's been a long time coming. Let's listen to Kandi.
And I'm sure y'all saw that I filed for divorce on Friday. Right now, it's a pretty crazy time. I'm going to be very honest with you. I am up and down. Obviously, going through a divorce is definitely not the easiest thing. You know, sometimes, you know, you're cool. You know what I mean? You're moving, you're mixing, you're moving, and you're hanging out with friends. But then sometimes you have your moments of sadness. And me being the Taurus that I am, I like to keep those moments to myself. And to be clear, yes, I filed Friday, but, you know, this is something that, you know, has been brewing for a while. So all the times you've been seeing me online like, all of that means nothing. I've been going through it, y'all. But what I will say is, Todd and I were together for, our marriage lasted 11 years. We was together like 14. We got 2 wonderful, beautiful children. I have no regrets.
You know, whenever I hear a woman say they filed for divorce, I always wonder if the man knew it was coming. Because if you're not expecting it, that has to be a gut punch. Right, and I don't know what hurts worse, getting the divorce papers or hearing it was a long time coming. So damn, you've been not wanting to be with me.
Yeah.
And I guess as a man, you should know when things aren't the same in your house. But do you know the difference between when things aren't the same and you might be trying to figure things out and work things out, or when it's just over, when the person is fed up, done.
But you know what? With men, I would say a lot of times we are delirious. When a woman is done,
delusional, you mean?
Delusional and delirious, I would say. Because sometimes you feel like you can fight for it back. Like, it's not that bad. I can still this. She's still mine. And then when you get that paperwork like that, oh my God.
The vows say, for better or worse, till death do you part.
Yeah.
Like, you're supposed to fight for your marriage. I just wonder, when she says it was a long time coming, like,
did he know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Or were they trying to figure things out behind the scenes, but it just couldn't be done?
Yeah, well, wish him the best. Now, also, Lizzo says Ozempic is erasing big people.
That's how she said it?
Yep.
Is there any audio?
No, there's no audio, but this is what she says. She published a personal essay a few days ago on Substack titled, "Why is Everybody Losing Weight? And What Do We Do? Sincerely, a person who's lost weight." She said she's out here. She's currently weighs over 200 pounds and is still a proud big girl. And she feels as though plus-size women are becoming erased in the age of a weight loss drug like Ozempic. She wants the big girls back.
All right. First of all, right, that's what Ozempic is supposed to do, Lizzo. Okay, people who don't want to identify as fat anymore, they take these weight loss drugs in order to lose weight. Okay, and at some point in your life, your doctor will even say to you that you need to lose weight because obesity causes a lot of health problems. Okay, a higher risk for disease, whether it's stroke or high blood pressure or high cholesterol. So if people want to use Ozempic to lose weight to lower the risk of getting those diseases, God bless them. And I also want to tell all the fat people out there, you are not your fat. Okay, what? You are not your fat. Just because you lose the fat doesn't mean you lose who you are. All right, we all have a hidden character inside of us that we can unlock if we lose the weight. All right? What does she mean? Fat people aren't being erased. They're just losing the fat. There's nothing wrong with that.
Hashtag save all big girls. Now, she says, so here we are, halfway through the decade, where extended sizes are being magically erased from websites. Plus size models are no longer getting booked for modeling gigs. And all of our big girls are not so big anymore. She's
What's wrong with that, though?
We have a lot of work to do to undo the effects of the Ozempic boom.
First of all, how do you know everything is Ozempic? How do you know people just aren't eating healthier? How do you know people aren't just, working out? Like, why does everything have to be blamed on the weight loss drug? What if people have just said, you know what, I want to make better choices, healthier choices, and they're losing weight? Like, what are we talking about?
I don't know.
Being, in a lot of cases, not all, being overweight is a choice. So when you start making better lifestyle choices, you start losing the weight. I don't see what the issue here is.
And in closing, she said, we're in an era where the bigger girls are getting smaller because they're tired of being judged.
No. I think people are just making their own individual choices because they want to make their own individual choices. Just announce the Lane Bryant partnership already, Lizzo. What the hell's going on here? What is this about? What is
I
this?
don't know. Save all the big girls, I guess. I don't know.
What is this?
And lastly, Toni Braxton speaks on Birdman. Now, Lauren says, you got to get this next one right, Envy. You know Birdman don't play about Toni, and he don't play with y'all either. He really don't like y'all, but just play the audio of Toni Braxton talking their relationship.
Romance is never dead. It never dies. You have to open yourself up to it.
Okay, where is it for you today? Where does it stand right now?
Today's good.
Meaning?
Just bring it on.
So, okay, are you married?
I am.
Okay, explain that to us, because
know what?
You were married, then you weren't married.
I heard a lot of different rumors.
Yes.
I heard that I'm getting 100 and what is it, the amount?
A lot.
I heard
You're
that
getting
too.
a big check from a certain performer, but a producer who's dropping off a bunch of money.
I heard that too.
That big check, a rumored $160 million. The certain performer, that be rapper Birdman. Toni denies those rumors, by the way. The backstory, the two tied the knot and seemingly split just 48 hours later last year. The pair apparently agreed to call off the divorce in January.
We've been friends forever, for 25 years. Yeah. Romance from friendship.
I just want Lauren to know that no matter how many times she takes, Toni Braxton's album cover into the hair salon, your hair is never gonna look like hers.
That's all you got out of that?
That's all I got
That's
out
all
of
you got out of that.
Okay.
All right.
Well, you can take that whole album cover, Toni Braxton from the 90s, into the hair salon all you want. Your haircut will never look like hers, Loren LoRosa.
Jesus Christ.
Have a great vacation.
All right. And that is the latest with Lauren. Now, when we come back, we got some front page news, and then the legendary icon Donnie Simpson will be joining us. So don't go anywhere. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Woke up. Wake you up. Wake that ass up. Program your alarm to Power 105.1 on iHeartRadio.